We all know how apps are very important to our daily lives, and for that reason this episode of Quick View is going to focus on my favorite apps of the week. There are going to be 5 apps that I have used, tested, and kind of really like and would want to share with you guys. So the apps I'm going to be talking about primarily are on the Apple Store. I normally use or recommend apps from the Apple Store because if you take Ghana, for example, majority of people or majority of content watchers do use iPhones, and for that reason I would be talking about the apps from the Apple App Store. However, if you're on Android as well, if the app happens to be on Android, I'm going to leave a link down below so that you can also click on the link and then download the app that is going to be of interest to you. So let's get right into it. So our first app is Battery Life. Battery life is very good for the iPhone because it helps you to kind of know your iPhone's battery wear level. So if you've been using your phone for a very long time, or you bought a second-hand iPhone, you could use this app to check whether your battery is kind of worn out or not. And if you click to the side, it gives you raw data about your phone. So as you can see, my 8 Plus comes in 2675 milliampere as the 100% limit, and if you look at the top, you should see that I'm still on that same number, meaning my battery wear level is still 0. So this is very important. If you have a battery that is so worn out and it starts giving you battery problem, this app is going to let you know what is wrong with your phone, whether your battery needs a change or not. So download this app today and then enjoy it. We're going to move to our second most interesting app of the week, and that's going to be Google Keep. I love Google Keep because, you know, Google Keep is an app I've been using for a very long time. Over the period of 5 years, I've been using Google Keep, and I have switched from different Android phones to iOS devices, and all the notes I keep on making in this app are still available to me. So what Google Keep does is that you're able to write notes, make lists, put photos, drawings, and audio on the app. So if you want to make a quick note, you can just open your Google Keep app and then make the note. What it does is that if you have other devices with the same Google account, it's going to reflect on those accounts because it's a Google application. I love it because the user interface is very intuitive and is very fluid. So I can scroll through all the notes I've made in the past, and as you can see, I'm able to change the color of the notes and change the fonts and all that. So I can even change the layout to this form if I would want to, or I'll just do the grid layout. So I love Google Keep a lot, and I recommend it to anyone who loves writing, who loves making notes. If you're someone who thinks a lot and then an idea pops out in your head and you just want to write it down, Google Keep is the app you should look up to because this app is very loaded. A third most interesting app of the week is Focus. Focus is kind of special to iPhone only, and not only iPhone. If you're having the iPhone 7 Plus, iPhone 8 Plus, or iPhone X, the Focus app is going to be very, very important to you. If you have the iPhone 7 or the 6, any iPhone with a single camera lens won't do because it uses the technology of 2 cameras to make the magic come to life. So let's just jump into what this Focus app can do. If you open the Focus app, what it does is that it gives you all the images you've taken picture of, and if you used portrait mode to take pictures of those pictures, it's going to come, or it's going to appear here. So what you can do is you can adjust the bokeh or the focus or the blurriness of the background of your picture in this app. So as you can see, I have a picture here and everything is in focus. I mean, the background is in focus, the foreground is in focus, but I want to let the background get blurred out and then the main picture, the lens with the flower, pop out. So I'm going to tap focus, I'm going to focus on it, and I'm going to control the blurriness. I'm going to go to f1.4. Then as you can see, the magic just happens. I have the flower in focus and the whole background is blurred out so nicely. So this app is very important if you want to add that beauty, that focus to your apps, that kind of glow. you can use Focus app and you'll not regret it. I have a picture of this Tenga CD Note, and as you can see, everything is in focus. I can adjust it and then look at what happens. It just blurs out everything and you can see the Tenga CD Note in focus. This app is something else. You all should try download it and see how it goes. So it's going to work if you have a 7 Plus or 8 Plus of the X. Moving on, we're going to talk about VSplitter. VSplitter is an app that you can use for social media. You know, Instagram stories comes with a limit of 30 seconds to post. Instagram, your normal feed is 60 seconds per post. If you're posting video, anything above 60 seconds is not going to be recorded, or it's not going to come, it's not going to appear on your feed. So what this app does is that you can select the video. So I'm going to select a video here. Let me go to videos. Let me select this 1 minute video, and since I want to put it on my Instagram stories, which has the 30-second limit, I'm going to choose this, and then I'm going to select 30 seconds. Then I'm going to click split and save, and then it says okay, done. It was just less than a second. Let's go to my Photos app and see if I'm going to find it over there. So as you can see, I have the app, I have the videos equally separated into 2 separate videos of 30 seconds each, meaning I'll be able to upload it to my Instagram stories and reach a big number of people. So if you have a very big video, if you have an informative piece that comes in a video format, you want to share it out there, you want to put it on your feed, you want to put it on your stories, this app is going to give you the opportunity to select the time that you can upload of each video. For example, if you have WhatsApp and you want to put a full video there and you don't want to manually select the time duration, this app can segment it into the timing you want, and if you post it, it's going to be continuous. So people who watch your WhatsApp stories or your WhatsApp status are going to have that continuity feeling. And so y'all should try this app, VSplitter, Video Splitter. It's so good. So yeah, moving to our last but not the least app, and it's called Google Primer. Google Primer is a very important app if you want to learn a lot about advertising, you know, social media marketing. This app is very good. It's a very intuitive app, simplified, and it has a lot of classes you can choose to study. So currently I'm into dive into display advertising, attract fans and customers with social media. So if you want to start say attract fans and customers with social media, all what you have to do is click start, and then you have your classes over there, so you can choose which class you want to study, and it comes in cards, so you can just swipe to study, and then it's simple as that. So if you are into social media, you want to build your brand, you want to create that social media reach, this app can give you, you know, the basics you need to follow to kind of understand social media. So guys, I hope you found this edition very interesting and very educational, and I hope you're going to try and download and test these apps. Let me just go over them quickly. Our first app is Battery Life. Our second app is Google Keep. The third one is Focus. Fourth being VSplitter, and finally Google Primer. As your boy Soji Gray, and I hope you loved this edition of Preview. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let people out there know about this informative YouTube channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Have a blessed week. Stay blessed.